Hi. Oh, okay. Sorry, I forgot. Now I have a question. Why do so many people still wear masks even after COVID-19 is no longer? It's still here, but somehow no longer seen as a public health crisis. Do you know that even though COVID-19 is no longer a global epidemic or emergency, many people still wear face masks even in public? And no, it's not always about the fear of getting sick. In fact, the reasons I think it's much more deeper than we think. For some people, wearing a face mask has become a psychological safety net, a symbol of control in a world that at one point in time felt out of control for so long. Imagine living through a global pandemic, rather a global trauma, where almost every breath could be dangerous. That's a kind of experience that doesn't just leave the body, it kind of imprints on the mind. In fact, in psychology, we sometimes call this a conditioned behavioral response. In fact, because after prolonged stress, the brain kind of links certain behavior, like wearing a face mask, with feelings of safety. Now, it's not necessarily a clinical disorder, but it can be a sign of something deeper, like a health anxiety. It could be a sign of social anxiety. It can also be a sign of pandemic-related PTSD. In fact, some researchers call this emerging trend a part of what they call post-pandemic safety behavior syndrome. It's not necessarily the official diagnosis per se, but it is sort of a cultural syndrome that is worth naming and understanding to some degree. Now, I don't want to. Let's not forget, really, that for many other people, it's just a thoughtful and rational decision to wear a mask, right? They may be immunocompromised. They may be caring for vulnerable members of their family, and they may be simply living in cultures where wearing a mask has been a sign of communal respect and responsibility, especially in many academic circles. Sometimes I go to conferences, I just see colleagues that wear face masks. Now, so it's not always about fear. Is it about fear? I don't think it is, because sometimes it's trauma, sometimes it's cultural, sometimes it's just wisdom, right? And so next time that you see someone still wearing a face mask, don't rush to judgment. Simply maybe ask a question around: what stories are they carrying? What wounds? What values are informing what they're doing, or even what are their convictions, really? Because at the end of the day, I think that human behavior is rarely just about the surface. And so I hope if this kind of got you thinking about the psychology of everyday life, I hope you can hit the subscribe button or even follow this page and just be part of this conversation as we kind of keep looking at what really makes us human together. This is Victor Counted. Hope I see you on the next one. You take care. Bye for now.